Today I'm reacting to watches worn by very controversial figures, and I'm not talking about myself, by the way. If Michelle Obama is in this presentation, I'm gonna laugh my balls off. Before we get into the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that bell icon now, because it's important. Harvey Weinstein. What did he do again? Like, was he not forcing people for...
Yeah.
And then he allowed them in the movie, no? Is that how he got John Travolta to do Pulp Fiction?
Vincent.
What the f*** is he actually wearing? Can you imagine the title? I'm reacting to Harvey Weinstein's watch collection. I'm just gonna be really, really honest here. I can't see what this is, and this maybe from a very, very far distance, by the way, it's not the case. It could look like an Aquanaut, but it doesn't. I actually think this is a shitter. I know he has 1 or 2 IWC watches. The reason I know that, like, this is the thing. When you open a newspaper, you see a man walking around, I check his watch, right? I don't read the article, I check his watch. But this, don't know what it is, mate, to be honest. It looks like a shitter. It probably suits him. Pulp Fiction is a really good movie. Next. Michael Jackson. Jacob & Co. 5 time zones. Yeah, this is actually a cultural watch. In the early 2000s, the daddy, every superstar and his dog had a 5 time zones.
What do you think of the guy wearing it? Controversial or not?
No, I think controversial is the nicest thing you can say about it. My opinion is not important, but I'll give you my honest opinion. I think he was a wee dirty bollocks, like, I mean, yeah. But Thriller was a great song, to be honest. I mean, what can we say? This is the thing with legend statuses, right? I hope it doesn't happen to me. This was a joke, by the way. This is what happens with people that are over talented. All the fame, everything just goes to their head. They just turn into becoming absolute lunatics. But Michael Jackson, right? Michael Jackson, he changed the music industry forever. This is what I want to do in the watch industry. I want to change the watch industry forever.
You're the Michael Jackson of the watch world.
No, don't say that. I'm not the Michael Jackson of the watch world. 5 time zones, Jacob & Co. Let's be completely honest, right? Jacob the jeweler deserves all the credits, genuinely, because he has come back several times from adversity, and he's been involved in several moments of culture in the watch industry. And literally every celebrity and his dog wanted to have a 5 time zones. David Beckham, Jay-Z, everyone had one. It was the bollocks. No, it wasn't the bollocks, it was actually horrendous. But listen, this was taste of the early 2000s. What can I say? Today, this watch would be worth about 700 quid. Ellen DeGeneres. You want to hear a crazy story about this watch? I actually held this exact watch in my hands. Her watch that she has on her wrist. I held it in my hands. Jasper from Amsterdam Vintage Watches sold her this watch. And I was present at the moment he got this watch in. So I actually held this watch in my hands. But her watch collection is the bollocks, mate. The whole watch collection is insane. It's just insane. And for that, I could just say, don't beat your staff. Incredible watch, to be fair. What you see here is a gold 625. I know she has another one. I know she has a 14 karat John Player special as well. Depending which metal, and I think this is going to be 18 karat, this watch is worth about $250,000. Ellen, your watch collection is incredible. Please don't beat your staff. There's no need for that. But Finding Dory is a great movie. Big Mike Obama. Like, what is this bloody conspiracy about Michelle Obama being a man? Explain me this. How could she give birth to 2 children and still is a man?
Find me a photo of her pregnant, please.
Find me a photo of my Mrs. Oh yeah, there's a lot of them.
All Michelle has to do
Is show us her pussy.
No.
Let me put this out for all those left-wing terrorists, right? Michelle Obama is not a man. She's actually
I don't think it's the left that are thinking that.
Is it the right? Michelle Obama, a beautiful black woman. And this beautiful woman is wearing a beautiful Cartier tank Francais. I love that watch. And Michelle Obama, Big Mike, I got you. I got your back. It's a woman. That means if Michelle was a man, Barack Obama is gay.
That's another thing that's coming out these days.
Is it? I
don't know what to believe.
Stop being a conspiracy theorist, piece of shite. It's just a lovely watch. It's a woman's watch as well, by the way. That proves it all.
We've solved it.
Solved it. She's a woman. Watch is worth between $2,000 and $3,000. Very humble watch for a very humble woman. Oh, Bill Cosby. He is a proper dirty cunt. Fuck me, that is a bad man right there.
Bill Cosby is back on tour doing comedy.
Is he? And he actually has people coming to his shows. Is he coming to Belfast anytime soon? Bill Cosby. Is he out of jail?
He's doing school assemblies now.
That's a root beer. That's a vintage. Of course, vintage. Of course, the watch is vintage. The photo's 100 years old. That's a Rolex GMT Master root beer. It looks like the old gold root beer, to be honest, and that's quite cool. I'm not gonna lie, it's a cool watch. I think 1675 Rolex GMT Master 2 in full yellow gold, and there's actually several variations and dial variations of this. And if it is the one with the nipple dial, it's worth actually a good chunk of money now today, about $70,000 to $80,000. Beautiful watch. I don't know about the guy. He's a bit of a weirdo. Ben Shapiro. Is that how you pronounce his name?
Shapiro.
Why is he controversial? Do you actually think Ben is controversial? Or is he just very, very clear?
Well, I mean, some people don't like him.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't like me either.
I would
You are
say you're controversial, yeah.
Am I controversial?
Yeah.
I am not controversial, and Ben is not controversial either. He just uses very clear language. I've watched some of his clips. I'm a fan. By the way, wearing a really cool watch as well, you know. Omega Seamaster Bond. Why is this watch every time coming? This watch is coming back every video nearly.
Do you think it's a hint at who's going to be playing the next James Bond?
Ben? Is he? This is the Omega Seamaster James Bond. I had this watch, sold this watch, and every video this nearly shows up, and I've been confronted with the fact that I don't have this watch. Thanks. Watch is made in full titanium and comes in two variations. One with the titanium bracelet, which I had and don't have anymore, and one with the strap, which is nice, but not as nice as on the bracelet because I had the one with the bracelet. Watch was introduced, of course, in collaboration or in honor or in any way, shape or form with James Bond. James Bond movie, and Omega is paying a lot of money for that to be involved with James Bond. Watch is pre-owned, worth about between the $10,000 and $12,000. Hillary Clinton
Crooked Hillary?
is not a controversial figure. She's actually a victim.
Of what?
She's actually a victim. Like, we should actually support her. She got cheated on. She got shit on. True. Her husband, Monica Lewinsky, loving cigars and sitting on their table sucking all sorts of dicks. That was ridiculous.
Sucking dicks.
Crooked Hillary is wearing a Rolex Datejust reference number 69173. Beautiful, beautiful watch. Watch is worth between $3,000 and $5,000 depending on condition. Alex Jones, never heard of. Looks like a guy that loves his food. What did Alex Jones do?
He turns the frogs gay.
Leave the frogs alone. What's wrong with you?
Flint, Michigan, the water in Flint, Michigan, about 10 years ago came out and said that that water is turning the frogs gay. Because all the frogs are now gay now because they're drinking that water.
Is this just pure Americans going nuts? Like, I just don't know much about frogs, to be honest, and their sexuality in any way, shape. There's genuinely people listening to someone that says, if you drink this water, my frogs become gay. He's wearing a Kermit, to be fair. F***ing right he is. He's either wearing a Hulk or a Kermit. Either way, I'm gonna sell mine. I don't want it anymore. It's worth about $15,000. I have one for sale at prideandpinion.com. Go ahead. My personal one. F*** off. Jordan Peterson, another guy that is really very clear in his articulation. Do you think Jordan Peterson is in any way, shape, or form controversial?
Personally, I don't think he's controversial whatsoever. But
By the way, can we just say and give him the proper title he deserves? It's Dr. Jordan Peterson, by the way. Skagen, I think it's Swedish. I remember, my earliest memory of Skagen was me being on a cruise ship at the age of 15, 16-ish.
is that not where you lost your virginity?
That's correct. She was Italian, Ilaria. And that's absolutely true, by the way. How did you know that? Did I tell you that? I never forget this sentence. I don't know if this makes sense, but Io voglio votare con Ilaria. I don't know. That is literally what she taught me. That's what she taught me. That was my earliest memory with Skagen because they were always for sale for discounted prices at the cruise ship. Cool watch brand though. Makes really thin watches. It's a fashion watch brand, but I think they're quite cool. Worth probably $100. New, probably about $200. But they're cool. They're cool. Dr. Peterson, I would love to have a conversation with you when you're in Belfast, and please make sure that you know that you're always welcome in this beautiful country. Guys, thank you very much for watching this video. Next week, we're back with an episode of Jeffrey Epstein's Watch Collection. Can't wait to see you there.